Hello everybody, welcome all of you. One more live session, but an important live session. My name is Shivaraman, Director of Europe Study Center. So today's topic of this session, live session, YouTube live, will be applications we have started for September, January 2025 intake. This is what we are going to see today. In this live session, we are going to inform the students that of course the applications are open and what are all the steps the students should follow, which are the universities to join and which are the universities to avoid. We are going to discuss all these parameters, and it's going to be a lot of information. Plus, we are also going to share little bit of all our success stories for 2024. And yes, so let's get started. I'll do the screen sharing. 1 second. Yes, all set. So yes, 2025 intake, engineering, life sciences, natural sciences and management applications are open for 2025 intake. So let's start. Start your process for September 2025 intake, January, September. Yes, both the intakes. Proper planning and preparation is the first step towards success, because without planning, we cannot achieve anything. And as you all know, Europe Study Center doesn't promote community colleges, local colleges, private colleges or low-ranked public universities. Europe Study Center promotes only the premier universities in these European Schengen countries, whose focus is not looting the parents' money and the students' future. No, where education is not a business, that is where we send our students. For example, like TU9 universities in Germany, KU Leuven in Belgium, Politecnico di Milano in Italy, TU Delft in Netherlands, NTNU in Norway, KTH in Sweden, Helsinki in Finland. Who promotes all these universities? One agent consultant in entire India? Nobody will promote these universities. Only Europe Study Center will promote. The only reason is these universities will not pay commissions like all these UK, US, Australia, Canada, etc., 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 where education is a business for them. Whereas here, these universities focus on high quality education, at free education, or even at 3 lakhs per year onwards tuition fees. So, for you to get into these sort of premier universities, you need to plan well. That is what we have specified here. Proper planning and preparation is the first step towards success. Then we move on to the next slide. Why is the reason to choose Europe? This is a classic example of where cost-effective education, that is high quality education at affordable cost. For example, if you take in India, what people do here nowadays, we are spending close to 6-7 lakhs. That is, we spend a lot, but we learn less. We want to reverse that formula where students and parents spend less money and we get high quality of education, similar to our country's NITs and IITs and IIM, where education is not a business. When children, that is students and parents, join there, they get benefited. When education is a business, everybody gets benefited other than the students and parents. So please, you guys have to focus on high quality education and never spend lot of money and study. Only Europe Study Center will say spend less and study. Other companies will not talk about all these things because they have to make you spend more so that they can earn more. So please spend less and learn more. Believe in lack of skills. Do not believe in lack of jobs. It's very, very important. Just to share, several of the, offer letters which we received from Germany and as well as the, non-German universities. If you look at TU Klausel, free education, intelligent manufacturing systems, and THD, this student is going for electrical engineering. And look at the wide variety of programs. And all these students, that is, I'm studying from this German offer letter, they are going abroad to their dreamed university where the tuition fees is nil, literally nil. They just need to spend for the living expenses. Which company sends these many number of students abroad for a free education from India? Only Europe Study Center. So understand the ideology of Europe Study Center, where the focus is empowering youngsters with high quality skills at a cost lesser than studying in Indian private deemed universities. This is the mantra, where we openly say what are our charges and place the students into fantastic top class public universities. We do not tell, sir, madam, we are doing free service, we don't charge anything from you, and place them in a UK, US, Australia, Canada, US universities where they get 2 to 3 lakhs per student commission. We are the only company to work against this model, where we place the students into the NITs and IITs of that particular European country and make them avail high quality education. So let's move on to the next slide. So if you look at, then, yes, as I told you, the only company to promote free education at pan India level, 35 franchisees plus numerous offices even outside of India, the only company to promote free education at pan India level, and wherever we have 100% scholarship options, we represent it to the students. Plus, as I told you before, the only company which doesn't promote or encourage or avoid the commission paying universities just for our bank balance benefit, the only company not to do this, Europe Study Center. Yes, let's move on to the next slide. A lot of parents, they ask me this question. That's why I put this very, very important slide. People ask us, sir, are you against other countries just because you are not promoting it? I said, certainly not. Anywhere the students get high quality education, they can go. But I stick towards high quality education and affordable cost. That is why I am not promoting other countries. For example, these 4 countries, US, top 50 universities, you are getting an admission, just fly. UK, like, Oxford's or the Cambridge or Imperial or London School of Economics, you are getting an admission, just fly. Same applies to Canada. A lot of people, they talk so much negative about Canada. I don't do it, provided you study in the top 10 universities in Canada. And then Singapore, NUS, NTU. Of course, to enter these institutions, we need crores of money or lakhs and lakhs of money and lots of marks. But still, if your parents are ready to spend, you have access to those funds and you have a lot of marks and you get an admission into these sort of universities, just close your eyes and fly. Just because I am promoting Europe Study Center, we will not degrade other countries just like that. But what do? The agents and consultants just show these countries' names, but they don't place you into those countries' top class universities just for their commission benefits, as I have told you before. For example, even if you look at Canada, 90-95% of Indian students going to Canada go for a PG diploma. Nothing but path towards disaster, nothing else. What is the joy? Will a student say, what is your ambition in life? Sir, my ambition in life is to do a PG diploma in a local community college in New Zealand or Canada. Will he ever say that? No. These are all misguided, because those who choose degraded universities or local colleges, low-ranked public universities or PG diplomas, they are the students who think the country is going to change their life. Oh, Canada is going to change my life, or New Zealand is going to change my life, or Germany is going to change my life. Not at all. The skill set that you develop is what is going to change your life. So if you get an admission into these universities, please go. But just for the sake of the country, don't compromise the university and the course. Very, 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 very important. And the university and course is always greater than the country. Then we go to the next slide. And yeah, you can look at this slide where it's from New Zealand, one of the university, public university, where you can clearly see the disparity. See, nobody talks about all these things other than Europe Study Center. You can clearly see. Let's look at engineering. For example, domestic students tuition fees 2023 for engineering, that is 8793. That is 8,793 New Zealand dollars per year is the tuition fees for engineering. But when you look at the international students tuition fees, what is it for engineering? Almost close to 43,000 New Zealand dollars. That is literally close to 5 times higher. Why they charge 5 times higher for the international students? Our desperation is converted into money. They have to charge more money from us because they have to pay to the agent and consultants who sits and claims we are doing free service in India and guiding students to glory, because they have to pay money to them. That is why the tuition fees is hiked. Whereas I am presenting hundreds and hundreds of offer letters. For example, Technical University of Munich, Chemical Biotechnology, University of Stuttgart. What is the program? Computational Mechanics of Materials and Structures. all these free education. So if free education, what is the sort of commission that the universities will pay? Nothing, right? These are the universities where the children should join. Okay, should that all students join German public universities alone? Will everybody get an admission? No. We do even promote University of Amsterdam, and 99% of the German or the non-German offer letters that I am showing here, no agent and consultant will promote in India. Open challenge. Open challenge. University of Amsterdam, TU Delft, what a fantastic university. They are in the top league of universities, but unfortunately, not many students know about it. Hundreds and hundreds of Europe Study Center students studying in TU Delft. And then what is this university? Yes, Technical University of Eindhoven, one of my favorite university, chemical engineering. See, look at the wide variety of programs we apply. Whether it comes to anything other than medicine, we always apply, whether it's psychology, public health, global health, chemical biotechnologies or molecular biotechnology or mechatronics, any programs. And then Wageningen, University of Twente, University of Groningen, fantastic Netherlands public universities. And number two university in Sweden, Chalmers, that is sustainable electric power engineering, and the number one university in Sweden, KTH. See, so happy to look at all these offer letters that Europe Study Center students are, studying in these sort of universities, that the joy keeps us going. And this is arguably our 15th year, that is 2025 intake. So for you all to, first of all, gather these information, visit us. And in this video's description, all the links are given for our app, for appointment, for webinar, all links, everything is given, including the WhatsApp number. You all can just contact us and collect all these informations. So, then let's get back to the next slide. Yeah, I've already told this. Why do agents and consultants do not charge? Because a lot of people, they ask us, what is the difference between you and others? Where we openly say what are our charges, whereas the other agents and consultants, they do not charge even a single penny from students, because 10 to 20% of their hard-earned parents' tuition fees that they pay to these so-called universities, it is getting back to the agents and consultants. And I have presented plenty of articles also here. Australian international education system, like a Ponzi scheme with agents paid bonuses to lure students. Our students and parents still read all these articles and still land into the inferior universities in US, Australia, New Zealand, Canada. I'm not against these countries, but going to degraded universities in these countries is the biggest problem. And then we sit and blame the country instead of blaming ourselves. And then agents push students to universities that pay the most. This is all newspaper articles collected, not something that, I am telling these things to the students. Everything with the source, only we represent. Then moving on to the next slide. This is a very, very interesting viewpoint. For example, if you look at Belgium, okay, that's what I have presented the topic as, few hundreds versus few lakhs. That is, if you look at Belgium, just for example, only few hundreds of students, Indian students, enter into Belgium from India every year. Whereas you look at one university in UK recruiting 1,000, 2,000 students from India, and you can multiply it with number of universities and again number of countries, blah, blah, blah. So when you go study in a Schengen country, you are competing with few hundreds of students, not with several lakhs of students. Because here there is a capex. They don't recruit a lot of students. They cannot. Even there is a restriction in number of visas, slots that the Indian, the European embassies in India can give. So everything is limited. Since everything is limited and regularized, there is no issues for the students. So you're going to compete with few hundreds of students when you're going to study in a Schengen country, compared to competing with few lakhs of students. Then moving on to the next slide. And let's look into this slide of understanding the admission process. First step, admission process varies different countries and different Schengen countries. Yes, because first point, that is, some countries, they don't charge any tuition fees. Some countries will ask for your father's IT returns. Some countries ask you to show bank balance earlier. Some countries do not ask any of these things. And some countries have Skype interviews. So 22 countries I promote within the Schengen zone. All the countries are so very unique. So From day one, when we follow all these parameters and plan our documentation so very well, we have no issues in having a smooth takeoff and a smooth landing. That is why for September 2025 intake, I am posting a live YouTube video on June 20th, 2024. That is June to June, July, August, September. That is 15 months before I am posting this video. For what? To create awareness among students and parents. If you are in the final year, you can apply. You are a completed student, you can apply. A lot of people, they think I am in the final year, I cannot apply. Not at all. Students in the final year, aram say they can apply, not a problem. And then, one second, yeah, okay. And then we apply for English Start programs only. We do not promote non-English Start programs. So please be very clear. And all the top universities have early deadlines. Coming in the last minute, you will have to wait for one more year. First, I am not telling come contact us soon. I am going to give offer, discount, nothing. Come, all our 4 offices are open Monday to Saturday. Contact us, free counseling, collect all the information, then you can plan. And the next point is check your eligibility and admission requirements, because all students cannot be eligible for all programs. University to university, curriculum varies, entry requirement varies. So those students who satisfy the entry requirements only, we apply for them. Otherwise, we plainly tell them, sorry boss, not possible. And then German universities, yes, IELTS is needed. You also need your APS certificate. APS certificate is nothing but recognition of your documents. And specific, subject-specific entry requirements. For example, if you are taking a mechatronics, they will say these many number of credits you should have studied in these many number of subjects. It's not like applying for a UK chota mota private university where you apply in the morning and get offer letter in the evening. It's all a lengthy process where students should be prepared and processed and planned very well. We apply only with backup options for Germany. Yes, German admissions are always competitive. So please have backup option. This is our humble request. And then moving on to the next slide. See, this is again a very, very important slide. See, nobody will talk to you about all these informations because they have no clue about all these aspects even exist. How should the student prioritize? Because even with us, we ourselves give them 20 plus country options. So how can the students prioritize these options? This is what we are going to see. The first and foremost priority that the student should give is to the course. That is what is the first important point. And the next point is the money. You need to spend less and then only it becomes much more easier. And then the time. Don't spend lot of time. This is going to be, don't leave lot of gap in between your studies. Right after your bachelor's, you can start your master's and then the university and finally the country. But if you put the country first and everything at the back, then no point. Okay, so please follow this priority, which is really, really important. And then, yeah, these are all the summary of all the important points when a student has to choose going to a European country. First, as I told you, the tuition fees is either free or 3 to 4 lakhs per year onwards. This is what is the tuition fees. And the next important point, all the programs that Europe Study Center promotes, medium of instruction is only English. You don't have to study any other languages. And all the universities that I promote are the number 1, number 2 ranked universities in these countries. We don't promote the chota mota ones. That is why 95-99% of our students and parents are happy. Otherwise, it's just impossible to satisfy a student by sending him to XYZ local universities. And then internships connected with industries, because all these universities coexist with an industry. That's why the students are able to do an internships there. And then, yes, your teaching faculty, all are highly eminent and efficient professors, where of course they finish their UG, PG followed by PhDs, PDF, assistant professor, associate professor, and finally he becomes a professor at the age of 55. He is the one who is going to take classes for you. And then all these universities are 100 plus to 1000 years old and affordable living expenses. It's not like 1.5 lakhs that you spend like in the UK. Very, very affordable living expenses is what we suggest the students. So every parameters you take designed from the student centric operations, where the best of the best the students are able to get it. So plenty of other offer letters. And then yes, you have 2 intakes, January, February intake as well as the August intake. August intake is the biggest intake and January intake is a very smaller intake. So you all can contact us, collect these informations, and whichever options are good and suitable for you guys, you can plan. And then the next slide, when to start the process. So as I told you, those students who are in your final year, whether 3-year degree or your 4-year degree, you can contact us, and those who have completed the studies also can contact us, and work experience is not required. Okay, so these parameters also done. And then financial planning you need to be very clear of, because some countries require IT returns, some countries for you to plan your bank loans you need to start early, and few countries also give scholarships, but scholarship is purely based on merit, so not to count much on it. But I have already told you, tuition fees is either free education or 3 lakhs per year onwards. Okay, so this is all our app. And 1 second, yes. So this is our app. You all can download the app and collect more information. And this is a free app called as Assisted, and you all can download, and all the links is also given in the description. So yes, September and January 2025 intake applications are open. Do contact us. We'll be more than happy to assist you. And all the best for students leaving abroad for the 2024 intake. See you all soon in our offices. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.